They lost 28 points a game. When they lost their score, Dalton Mosser lost that player a couple of games ago with a broken wrist. So short-handed at best are the Foothill Christian Knights. As starting lineups are announced, this should be a pretty darn good game. Andrew Jensen has made his way up from the floor. Isn't that a fun one to get through, my friend?
Ah, geez. National security down there. But rightfully so. It should be a heck of a ball game. Two teams are very similar to each other. In fact, they almost look identical as far as colors.
A lot of it
and uniform style.
Both coaching staffs mentioned the same kind of thing. We look like each other. Yep. We play like each other. Up-tempo games from both of these. Lots of press, lots of traps. The big news, if you don't follow Foothill Christian basketball, the Knights come in a little bit short-handed. Mosser out with a broken wrist. 28 points a game that they're going to have to try to replace with a limited bench and a young set of guys. Coach Leaf is confident in his guys, but honestly, he's not sure what he's going to get here today.
Yeah, you can't replace 28 points a game. You just can't. That's the bottom line. So they're going to have to come together as a team, do what they do best, move the basketball around, play solid and disciplined offense, and see what they can do. The Rock, on the other hand, they're just excited. This is the first time they've been here, and again, I mentioned it in our last broadcast. They're always so close, but they can never get over the hump. They always have some great talented teams, but it was always Maranatha Christian or Foothills Christian, somebody like that, always a step above. Finally, they get their chance here today, and we'll see if they can take advantage.
For the Warriors, for the Rock Academy, look for Keelan Elliott, Jonathan Dutra, and Holden Haskett to have big games. We're talking about in the first game, the Division V girls game, we talked about Ocean View only being 8 deep. Same kind of thing here for the Rock Warriors. They're only 7 deep. They actually have 8 on the roster, 1 man hurt. Not going to be not going to be a deep bench for the Warriors, but their game, their heart, they looked real good and athletic, got some size on the front line, and they expect to maybe take advantage of that. Keelan Elliott, the captain, the sophomore,
well, I'll tell you,
the senior 6'4", has the size and the moves down low to make this a real good game.
I've seen Keelan Elliott play numerous times. I'm in the circuit of high school basketball. My son playing in high school and playing the AAU circuit. So I've seen him around. He can shoot, and he flat out can hustle. So he's the guy you want to keep an eye out for on the Rock. I've seen him numerous times, and when he gets going, he gets going.
Coach Leaf for the Knights of Foothill Christian would like to see this game be played in the 40s. He likes his chances if the game goes there. Much beyond that, he starts getting a little worried. We are underway. The Rock controls. Nice dump pass. No good on the layup. Foothill away. They'll slow it down. Hoffman draws it up for the Knights.
Two teams look like they're just practicing each other with the same uniform
like
style and color. Exactly. Someone's in white, someone's in dark.
On the wing, Knights doing a nice job of moving the basketball. Shot up right corner. This one a little strong. Bernesto puts it up, can't connect.
Definitely good ball movement there, and that was a good-looking shot. They'll take that any day of the week. You get an open look like that. Just couldn't convert on that opportunity.
Give them go by the Warriors. Three-pointer on the way short.
And I don't know if that was the shot they were looking for. Early on the shot clock, a deep three, which you can get any time on the shot clock, and to top it off, didn't draw iron. So that really, I can guarantee, didn't make the coaching staff very happy.
Ricky Adams with the rebound for the Knights. Turnover on the other end. Andre Johnson's pass skips away or is knocked out of bounds. Foothills Christian keeps the basketball. Here's Johnson at the top. Gets into the lane. Floater, too strong. Nice rebound came down. Holden Haskett comes away with it for the Warriors. Dutch with a point. Shot from the arc. All to the rim. Keelan Elliott couldn't make that one good.
Yeah, keep an eye on Keelan Elliott. I talked about it before. He is the heart and soul of this team offensively. When he gets it going, let me tell you, he can light it up quick.
Hoffman in the lane, hounded. He'll back out. Three-pointers almost straight away. This one way off to the right. Well, Ricky Adams couldn't find it.
Very similar to what we saw in the last game, kind of getting their feet wet a little bit, shooting in a different environment. Both these teams come from super small gyms in small environments. Now you go into an arena circuit, and it's a little bit different to find your shot.
Deep drive by Jonathan Dutra into the lane for the Rock. Can't connect. Turnover on the other end. Foothills never really call that a possession. Coach Mitchell wants that to be called a jump ball. Not so. Warriors basketball, the inbound from the other end.
Wahid Mitchell, over the head coach of the Rock, spent a lot of time over at Horizon, did a great job for the Panthers and their basketball program, and then took the opportunity when the Rock position became available.
Heck of a scramble at midcourt between the point guards. Tie up, jump ball. Business is picking up, friends.
Still no points, but the intensity is definitely there. That is for sure.
Buenrestro going at it with Dutra. Now Hoffman at the point for Foothills. Moving around the perimeter for the Knights. A high post player not going any deeper than the free throw line right here for Foothill.
Good patience so far for
Had
Knights.
a shot, not made in rhythm. Turnover, Rock picks it up. Jonathan Dutra does a nice job and slows it down. If it sounds like I say Dutra a lot, it's true. There's two brothers on the Jay and Jonathan, obviously from the same family. Or maybe not, I don't know. Jonathan in the lane, scoop up and under, nice athletic move, and we're on the board. 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter.
And I would venture to say that they are related. Just wild guess.
I'll go out on a limb on that one. Wild off-balance shot by Hoffman, can't connect. The Rock comes away with it.
Yeah, Foothill's really struggling right now offensively off the travel.
Elliott walks on the near sideline.
Yeah, right call. And all three of these officials are veteran officials. I've seen them many times, and they know what they're doing. And trust me, I don't say that a whole lot when I talk about officials. But these guys are definitely some of the best San Diego has to offer.
A.J. Hoffman checks in for the Knights wearing 21, not 13 if you're following along at home. Johnson off the dribble, kicks it out. Three-pointer, no good. Big rebound underneath by Aaron Kaiser, 6'6" junior, playing the low post.
And that's a foul. And Foothills just seems a little lost right now. I mean, obviously you lose 28 points a game. It's kind of hard to regroup from that, especially when it happened, it's so recent.
A couple games ago, yeah.
And that's, you can tell right now, they're trying to find that leader offensively, and no one's really, stepping up. And you can't replace 28 points. You just can't do it.
That's what Coach Leaf said. We can't replace it. We can just play the type of game that we want to play here, and it's generally the same. We play with size. We play with speed and quickness. They're going to have to work even harder today. Johnson into the lane.
And
can't connect.
Johnson's going to have to step up. He's the one that's their second leading scorer, averaging close to 15 points a game, as he's going to have to pick up the slack here while Mosser is out.
Halfway through the first quarter, Foothills not on the board. 2-0 our score, though. Dutcher and the Warriors slow it down, looking for something on the offensive end.
Foothills has some decent looks. They just can't get a shot to fall.
Drive in the lane. This one off the front of the rim. Haskett can't connect. Foothill rebound, and Caleb Hoffman will draw it up. Johnson breaks down off the dribble, cross-court pass. Hoffman pocket picked, outlet pass. Dutra all alone. 4-0, and the foul. 3:31 remaining in the first quarter. The Rock up 4-0 in a helter-skelter beginning to this first quarter of the D5 Boys Championship.
So 4-0, the Rock doing a great job being the aggressor on the offensive side and putting on the pressure defensively, giving Foothills all sorts of problems. Although Foothills had some decent looks, they just can't get a shot to go. And again, I'll go back to it, and you can't underestimate how big an effect it is shooting from a small gym going to arena. It's huge. Jonathan
Dutra finishes the three-point play, 5-0. Three-pointer left corner, good for Foothills, and they're on the board. Nick Loudon. 3:18 to go, first quarter. Hoffman gets into the lane, short right-hander off the front. Rebound by A.J. Hoffman. And Johnson and the Knights will come in and set it up on offense. Johnson again, off the dribble, three-pointer, too strong. Big rebound by Kazar, for the Rock Academy. 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. Warriors taking on the Knights of Foothill Christian. Dutra into the lane. Two hands on the basketball will go the other way.
Oh.
Nice play by the Foothills Christian defense.
Yeah, lost out of bounds. Foothills Christian putting the pressure on him and knocked it out of bounds, or he lost it out of bounds, so it'll stay with. Or it goes back to Foothills.
Ricky Adams inbounds to Andre Johnson, who seems to have drawn point guard duties here in the early going. Hot pass, no look. Bounces off the hands of A.J. Hoffman. The Rock comes away with the basketball. Elliott almost walked again. Three-pointer right side. Splash!
Yeah, I've seen that many times, and he can let it go.
8-6. The Rock Academy beating Foothills with nearly 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Up-tempo game as we thought we'd see.
8-3, the Rock on top, and they're not nervous here getting their first trip to Jenny Craig and trying to put the critics to sleep here, and they're definitely doing a good job on the offensive side. You can tell no nerves as of right now anyway.
Now, you'd expect both of these teams to Foothills has been here, so that the question is how do you get these guys ready to compete emotionally at that high level to match the Rocks, and how do you control the emotions if you're the Rock coaching staff? Interesting game between the game.
I think the big thing is for Foothills, not necessarily that they've been here, it's just what do you do without your leader?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You can't take a captain for granted. They do so much more than just score the basketball. They're the leader of the team when it comes to things getting tough, or on the defensive side, just kind of keeping everybody together. You lose that, you're losing a lot more than just scoring.
Knights working the perimeter. Johnson off of a screen, gets in, puts up a shot, off the window, it's good. 8-5, minute 25 remaining in the first quarter.
Johnson's first bucket of the ball game. Again, he's going to have to step up. He's the one that's capable of picking up the slack.
Picked off Adre Dutra's pass, a little lazy. Other end, a behind-the-back pass to Van Oming, wearing number 25. He completes the layup. Van Omering, wearing number 25, in place of Dalton Mosser. So, sorry, you broke your wrist. Give your jersey to this guy over here. And quite honestly, it doesn't fit real well. Three-pointer on the way, a little shy off the front of the rim. Jay Dutra, good for two. Nice response by the Rock.
That's his first bucket of the ball game. Now the scoring's starting to pick up a little bit.
Johnson at the point for the Knights. Nice spacing by everything. A 2-3 zone look from the Warriors. From the Rock Academy. Kick out, three ball right side for the Knights, no good. Van Omering comes away with a rebound. Out to Johnson from the top. New shot clock. Van Omering passes on a three.
The shot clock's turned off. They can hold for the final shot here.
Johnson looks like he'll do just that. Coach Leaf asking him to go for it. Last second shot, good.
Wow.
That's the way we will end our first quarter of action. The Rock Academy, Foothills Knights tied up at 10 here from the Jenny Craig Pavilion on CIF San Diego.tv.
You can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. And you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF San Diego.tv. Click on Buy DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that'll last a lifetime, brought to you by CIF San Diego.tv. Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF San Diego.tv. We have great rates for you while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call, 619-677-3246. And today's game is being brought to you by the San Diego Hall of Champions. The Hall of Champions, located in Balboa Park, is the nation's largest multi-sport museum with 3 levels of memorabilia and 68,000 square feet of space. It's also a great place to host your next big event. For more information, visit the Hall of Champions online at sdhoc.com.
Second quarter underway from the Jenny Craig Pavilion here on the campus of the University of San Diego on CIF San Diego.tv today. I'm Jason Golden with Andrew Jensen. Tie ball game at 10, the Rock Academy, and for the Foothills Christian Knights going at it in an intense first quarter. Turnover by the Rock. Elliott couldn't handle it on the far sideline.
Knights, they're kind of taking a little while to kind of get warmed up. have tied the ball game up, and they have the momentum as of right now.
Yeah, it took them 4 minutes in that first quarter to get a bucket. They came back with a nice little run there in the later part of that quarter to bring the ball game tied at 10. Johnson into the lane, floating right-hander. Can't go, rebound, still up for debate, and Dutra pulls it down for the Rock. Warriors push. Hoffman tries to get in the lane, hard foul.
Yeah, that's a great call by the official. That's a jump ball. They had a simultaneous possession right there, and the arrow goes to Foothills Christian.
Nice call by Andrew there. Caleb Hoffman wrapped up with Holden Haskett. Arrow keeps the ball with Foothills Christian. Johnson left side. Long three on the way. That one's no good. Put it up there. Caleb Hoffman not afraid to put it up. Jay Dutra, another rebound. Shot on the way just inside the arc. This one a little long. Elliott couldn't find it. Now in the corner, gets another shot. That one's good.
You can't leave him open. I mean, that's the bottom line. He's the one guy that can burn you if you leave him open. He was absolutely wide open there.
12-10, the Rock lead. 6:30 remaining in the half. Johnson alley-oop, kind of.
Made that. He almost made it.
I'm not sure what the alley-oop to a 5'8" guard is going to do for you.
That hit the back of the rim.
Dutra handoff. Haskett working hard, hounding defense. Now Jonathan Dutra into the lane. Floater can't go. Rebound Hoffman and the Knights. Caleb Hoffman, that is. Brotherly love all over the place for the Foothills and the Rock today. Johnson, three-pointer good.
And he is picking up the slack, as I mentioned. That's his 8th point here in the early going. He averages about 15 a game, so he's halfway to his average already. But he has to account for Moster's missed points due to the injury.
Dutra into the lane. No good. Foothills with the rebound. 1 point lead, their first of the game. 13-12, 5.5 to go in the half. Caleb Hoffman slowly to Johnson again. Nobody on him. Might as well. No good. Bounces out of bounds. Will go the other way. That rebound off of A.J. Hoffman, 21.
Decent-sized crowd here on this Friday afternoon from two of these smaller schools.
Rock filled in behind the goal on the left-hand side of the arena here. The Dutras play a little bit of give and go at the top. I think communication's pretty good between that backcourt.
I would hope.
Shot a little bit strong from Haskett. Three-pointer left side, good. Yep. Nice stroke in the corner. Nick Loudon picks it up.
It's the second one of the ball game, and it's safe to say Foothills Christian has found their stride here after struggling for the first half of that first quarter.
Haskett over to Jay Dutra. He'll take three because he had plenty of space. No good, but Johnson comes away with a nice athletic rebound for Foothills. The Knights will slow it down, swing it back around the right side. Hoffman into the lane. Won't make the layup, but he'll get one. Foul charge to Holden Haskett as Caleb Hoffman got into the lane for the Knights. 4:25 remaining in this half. Foothills stretched it out to a 4-point lead. 16-12. They trailed by as much as 6 in the first quarter. Misses the first.
Hoffman only a sophomore for this Knights team. He misses them both.
Allen comes away with a rebound. Elliott, excuse me. Haskett into the lane, too short. Lots of open looks for the Rock, not really completing a lot of these jump shot attempts, and they'd like to see more. Timeout. Stoppage in play. I'm not sure if it was a timeout on the floor or if ref just needs to.
It's an official time. There's something going on with the scoreboard that's not right that he's trying to figure out.
We see the scoreboard reading 4:09 to go in the half. Foothills leading 16-12 over the Rock. 21 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Beyond that, I don't know what they're looking at.
And whatever it is, it looks like they got it resolved, and the Knights will inbound again from the side.
Maybe the officials were asking where the pizza was.
I ate it all.
Johnson from the top of the key for the Knights. Hoffman drives in, kicks out, 3-ball on the way. Loudon, this one short. Nice rebound there coming away from Chris Teixeira for the Warriors. Haskett has it knocked away. And the Knights will run to the left side. Johnson, pick and pop, 3-ball good. 19-12, 3.5 to go in the half.
This is third 3, and Coach Mitchell wants to talk it over here for the Rock as Foothills Christian has stormed back with a vengeance, and they have the lead.
3:32 remaining in the second period. Foothills 19, the Rock 12. More coming on CIF San Diego.tv.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info@kbcsports.com, or give us a call, 619-677-3246.
Welcome back live to the Jenny Craig Pavilion on CIF San Diego.tv. I'm Jason Golden. He's Andrew Jensen. Animated discussions on both sides of the floor. Coach Leaf and the Knights and Coach Mitchell for the Warriors. Both lots to say after the better part of a quarter and a half have gone by, where the Foothills Knights got off to a slow start, but they've stormed ahead to a 7-point lead. 19-12, their lead over the Rock Academy.
And they've done it with threes. They have 5 threes here. In the first half, we still have 3.5 minutes to go. So the 3-point bomb has been the friend of the Knights.
Dutra in the corner will drive, draw some attention, kick out. 3-ball on the right side by Haskett is no good. Johnson not afraid to shoot. We've seen that once or twice.
Yeah, and he can get it off in a hurry.
Breaks down his man, gets into the lane, nice floating right-hander. 21-12, 3:05 remaining.
Well, Andre Johnson is having himself a first half to remember. He is he's feeling it, that's for sure.
Dutra into the lane, challenged as he goes up. Layup's no good. Foul called on Ricky Adams, number 11 for the Foothills Knights. I would say purple and white, but that doesn't really tell you anything about the teams. Plus, you can see it for yourself because you're watching live on CIF San Diego.tv. Dutra's first off the back.
Well, Dutra is only Jay at the free throw line now, only a junior. Jonathan, a sophomore. Haskett, a big-time player for this Rock, only a sophomore. Only one senior, and that's their shooter, Keelan Elliott. He'll be gone, but future looks bright for Coach Mitchell and the Warriors.
Aaron Kazar checks into the game for the Rock. He's the size, 6'6", checking in for the Warriors. 21-13 our score. 2:45 remaining in the first half. Coach Mitchell all sorts of animated on the defensive end. Almost got stuck there. Bails out Johnson with the floater. Rough shot. Haskett comes away with the rebound.
And I believe that's going against
Benestro is called for the foul, and it will be the 5th on Foothills.
So still one more away before they get into the bonus. 2:32 left in the first half.
Jay Dutra, one of the junior captains on the Rock Warrior team. Jumps into the lane, nifty move. Too strong with the left hand. Johnson comes away with the rebound for Foothills. Little extra coaching help on the end of the bench for Foothills. Troy Leaf, standout guard for the Knights, back on the bench, helping pop out today. 3-pointer, Loudon on the way, it's good.
That's his third 3. So he and Andre Johnson both have 3 threes apiece, and that's really what's triggered this 11-point lead.
Jonathan Dutra into the lane, kicks it out. Haskett right side, 3-ball, no good, falls down, no call. Pick the pocket, Bunestro all alone. Almost lost it, goes up with the layup right hand, it's good. 26-13, minute 30 to go in the first half.
It took Foothills a little bit to warmed up, man, they warmed up. They can shoot the lights out. They're pesky on defense, and there's a foul right there.
Dutra gets deep in the lane again. Foul called. Caleb Hoffman, closest defender for Foothills.
And that will send Jay Dutra to the line, the elder Dutra.
That sounded like a foreign language.
The elder Dutra?
Is that like an old car?
The older.
Dutra's first, good.
His second free throw. His fourth point of the ball game. Game 2 of 10 here at Jenny Craig. Next one will be Division II girls final. Should be a fun one. Sarah and West Hills. It should be a fun one.
Second shot, up and good too. Makes them both. Johnson, and now the Rock will press for the first time. They've kind of allowed Foothills to get in to the half-court set to this point. Smart move to pick up the defensive intensity, and it turns over.
Jonathan Dutra commits the foul there on the press.
Anytime you can make a team like Foothills work harder, getting the ball into the offensive end, it can only pay dividends later on. 11-point lead here for the Knights. Nearing a minute to go in the first half. Johnson all by himself, looking for a little direction from Coach Leaf. Need to get across the timeline here shortly. Look like an and one mixtape out at the top, 10 feet beyond the arc. Bonestro, Johnson wants a three, can't find it. Spin move, finds a kind of an open shot on the left elbow.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Leaf was looking for. I can guarantee you that. Coach
Not
Leaf
so sure that his feet were under his shoulders like every coach would ask you to have.
Yeah, that was absolutely a wild shot, and Leaf is telling him that right now. Saying, hey, we get a better shot than that.
I think he just let him know we got a seat on the bench for you if you do any more of that. Dutra asking to slow it down. 26 seconds remaining. Shot clock down to 3. Apparently that's entirely wrong.
Yeah, that's a good take there. As
Kazar tried to get it down low. The entry pass was nice.
Haskett will head to the line. He's scoreless, and he averages close to 15 a game. He's actually the leading scorer for this Rock Academy team, and he'll try to get his first buckets right here.
He's working hard today, and he's got a lot of open looks. Not much has fallen for him. In fact, it hasn't fallen for him to this point. Now he's on the scoreboard, hits the first.
And sometimes that's all it takes is just a simple free throw to get your scoring going. And
Van Omering will check in for Ricky Adams for the Foothills Knights. Haskett's second. Finds the bottom. 18 seconds remaining. Full court press by the Rock. Knocked away. Scramble for the ball at midcourt.
That's a foul. The press right now is causing some problems. That's 1-on-1, and that's going to send the Rock at the free throw line and try to get some freebies.
Looks like Bernesto is going to get called again. And it'll send Jay Dutra, again, the elder Dutra, to the line. Was 2 for 2 last trip.
Coach Leaf will have to make some adjustments at halftime because this press has been causing some problems. They just started doing it here at the end of this second quarter, but it's caused some turnovers and caused a bad shot on one possession, and the lead now is back only down to 8 with a chance at 7 if he can make this one.
Dutra's good on the front end, not so good on the second. Van Omering comes away with the rebound for the Knights. Johnson streaks up the court, 5 seconds remaining, gets into the lane, lazy right-hander off the right side. Hits the end line with 2.5 remaining, 2.5 seconds that is. On the clock, Foothills leads 26-18 over the Rock. Half-court heave on the way. No. We've reached halftime. The Foothills Knights have a 26-18 lead over the Rock Warriors here on CIF San Diego TV. We'll bring you second half action coming up next when we come back on CIF San Diego TV.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run us to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
Took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just
holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball.
12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stag.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10. The 5. Touchdown Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards, just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter steps under center. In their tight wing formation, Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run. Breaks through. 4 tackles. And now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown Imperial on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown, Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing. And as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
No 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20 with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21-20.
Already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up, over, and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be Caught by Gaines. Oh, my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh, boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve, championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one, over and 3. Free opportunity, look for Wallace, no, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match!
Kathleen Wallace, no better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
25-12, 25-15, and with 8 straight points to close out their 3rd straight D5 championship on a kill by Kathleen Wallace, 25-21 in Game 3. Branson has won the D5 title.
In the backfield, it's Hernandez and Northcutt. Set to throw is Thomas, has time, goes for the home run. It's intercepted in the end zone. Seemed like they tried to go to Martin, and Martin slipped. Stockton, Hilmar, and Escalon. That's going to do it, folks. Victory formation, take a kneel. The clock comes out. The clock will tick down. The players jumping up at midfield. I think I see a Gatorade. Did we have a Gatorade shower?
We most certainly did. Casey Taylor getting the shower there. Very much deserved.
Down to 12.
Great tackle there by Ronald Williams there to make the stop for Helix.
And the Helix fans are starting to celebrate here. This is going to be the final play. 5 seconds. Pow will hand it off. And they're going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. That's Keegan who gets in, but that's going to be the end of the ball game. 44-6 will be the score. So Oceanside scores on the final play of the ball game.
And gets a consolation prize just to make this is kind of say that, hey, we didn't get shut out.
So 44-6 is your score. And Helix is celebrating on the sideline. Oceanside streak of 7 straight championship games has been ended.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 15 for the Patriots. Dillon, he's got time, steps up. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a man open. Seth Collins with a diving catch. He hauls it in at the 25. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you right there. Dillon goes to show why he is a Division I prospect as he's able to step up, elude the pressure, see Collins down the field, and make the connection. As I'll tell you right now, there has not been a bigger catch for Seth Collins this entire season.
Fans nervously wait on the far side. Trips right. Vernon, the lone receiver to the left. Troy Zine rolls right. Here we go. And he's going to be... Oh, he gets away, but can't get away from the second slew. Vacaville takes over on downs, and the crowd erupts. So does the sideline. Got to watch it. Got to watch the sideline here.
Yeah,
Remember,
really
they were up
stepped
35-26. 2 unanswered touchdowns. That's going to do it, folks. Your 2011 Division II Sac Joaquin Section champions, the Vacaville Bulldogs. They win 39-35 in a
3rd and 4 from the 24-yard line. If this kick is made, I think I know who our player of the game is, unless Escalon can pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Welcome back to live action from the Jenny Craig Pavilion here on CIF San Diego.tv. Second half getting underway. The Foothills Christian Knights versus the Rock Warriors. 26-18 our score. Foothills with the lead and the basketball. Quick turnover in the Rock. On the offensive end, long jumper by Keelan Elliott. Can't go. Second attempt by the Rock. No good, but they'll get a third. Haskett working hard underneath. Dutra, 3-ball left. No good.
Yeah, good look at it, and that should have been a foul right there over the back on Haskett. They call it jump, and the arrow should stay here. It does.
Haskett and Johnson get tied up, and the jump ball is called. He's Andrew Jensen. I'm Jason Golden. A pretty frantic first half of play.
Very fast first half of play.
Yeah, it went pretty quick. Was able to grab a word with both coaches on the way back up. Coach Leaf and the Foothills Knights, he told his guys, don't give this game away. It's yours. I asked him about the Rock Academy coming back with the press later part of the second quarter, and he said he wasn't all that concerned about it because he had 2 of his starters on the bench with some foul trouble. So obviously the insinuation is if we have all our guys, it's not a big deal.
Well, let's see if that is going to be the case, because that's really what got the Rock kind of their second wins in that first half was that press.
Coach Mitchell and the Warriors, all he could say is, thank you for telling me I had a nice half. He was not all that excited about having a conversation.
As you would expect. Yeah. He's in the zone.
Johnson at the top. He'll swing it left. Three-pointer on the way. Hoffman, that one's good. And Caleb Hoffman, sophomore, drains it.
And that's what Foothills does. Knock those threes.
Minute gone by in the third quarter. Jonathan Dutra gets into the lane for the Rock. Puts it up for 2. 29-20 our score. Timeout. Foothills in the early going. Minute 3 gone by in the third quarter.
Coach Leaf not happy at all with that one. Wants to talk that over really quick after that easy layup. Need a highlight video if you're an athlete? Working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We can provide recruiting videos for any athlete in any sport. Not only that, but we can give you your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches the link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or give us a call, 619-677-3246.
Coming out of the Knights' timeout, back here live at the Jenny Craig Pavilion on campus of the University of San Diego. With Andrew Jensen, I'm Jason Golden on CIF San Diego TV today, all day and tomorrow here in the San Diego section. Division 5 boys tournament final underway here. Second half action. Loudon's three-pointer's too long. Smallest guy on the floor grabs the rebound. What an effort play by Joe Bernestro.
And that has to drive Coach Mitchell over there insane. You get a deep three early on the shot clock, and the smallest guy comes up with the rebound and resets it.
Bounce pass to Johnson, catches it in stride. 3-ball off the front. Hoffman, beautiful effort play, rebound at the other end. Foul called on Jay Dutra for the Rock.
I think they're just going to say that was knocked out of bounds. So no foul.
Dutra's body language had
it looked like a foul.
He thought he was dead to rights being called for that foul, but not true.
Yeah, it looked like they might have called it, but they just said he knocked it out of bounds.
Bunestra from the three-point line, free throw line, knocked away. The Warriors will run. Jay Dutra gets caught up at the mid-court line, I guess. I believe he was fouled on the top of his head, was Holden Haskett. Active hands for sure by Joe Bonestro here in the early going. 6:09 remaining in the third quarter. 29-20 our score. Foothills leads the Rock. First team foul of the second half on Foothills. Jay Dutra controls at the top. Elliott looking for a shot, has not found his range just yet today. So he got 2, but I think he's maybe 2 for 6 from the floor tonight. Haskett into the lane. Johnson tries to put a hip on him. Moving screen.
No, that's a foul on defense. Haskett driving in, and that's what he needs to do. Haskett is their leading scorer, and he only has 2 points coming on 2 free throws. He needs to be a little bit more aggressive.
Fourth foul on Johnson. He'll need to check out, and Van Oming will check back in, the sophomore.
Mark the time here. 5:51 here in the third. You got your leading scorer and probably most athletic player out, probably until beginning of the fourth quarter at the earliest.
Yep. At least you have a 9-point lead to kind of got a little cushion at least. Jonathan Dutra short off the rim.
The Rock just really struggling getting any shots to go, and that's kind of been their
hot early, and they've cooled considerably as the game's continued. Caleb Hoffman from the top for the Knights. You wonder if the equipment guy played tricks on him, giving them their road shorts and their home jerseys.
That's what it looks like. I was thinking the same thing. I think that's just their normal attire.
Loudon, a little bit odd spacing over there in the far corner. Hoffman does a nice job keeping that one around. Leaf calls a timeout to preserve that possession, and a pretty good move. That was a pretty helter-skelter possession by the Foothills Knights. 29-20, Foothills leads the Rock. 5:08 remaining in the third quarter.
KBCSports.com will be providing live audio coverage of the state regional basketball championships as well as the finals. March Madness comes to high school basketball in California on March 17th for the regional basketball championships. 4 venues of coverage around the state. Then the following weekend, March 23rd and 24th, is the California Basketball Championships. You can catch it all on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports.
Back live on CIF San Diego.tv this afternoon. I'm Jason Golden with Andrew Jensen. The Foothills Knights lead the Rock Warriors 29-20. 5:08 remaining in the third quarter of this Division V San Diego CIF championship game. Van Omering in the corner for 3. Shot blocked by Dutra. Shot clock goes, the horn goes off, but the shot got away. Haskett breaks down, gets into the lane, kicks out. Dutra now into the lane. Layup can't go.
Well, and if you're the Rock, you have to take advantage of Johnson being out of the ballgame right now. They just can't buy a bucket. And so right now, if you're Foothills, you're just hanging on until we have an injury, and it doesn't look good.
No, it was that Caleb Hoffman got his legs tangled up with number 12, Chris Teixeira, for the Rock.
It looks like he's going to be all right. He went down kind of hard. And
Hoffman jumps up, grabbed that left ankle almost immediately.
And you
almost start thinking the worst.
That's a good sign.
He's not even going to come out of the game.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm good. I think he just feared the worst when it happened because he was rolling around and looked like he was in extreme pain, but now looks like he'll be all right.
I like how the officials huddle up 4 or 5 players to clean up the sweat on the floor with their sneakers.
I told you, these are veteran officials.
No need for mops. We've got kids. It's cool.
Exactly. Put them to work.
And checking in for Foothills is A.J. Hoffman, number 21. As Caleb Hoffman, coming off of that injury timeout for a second, controls the ball from the top. Check myself. That's Bernestro. Caleb Hoffman has checked out. Loudon can't get the handle. Wanted the 3. Now in the corner, Ricky Adams is too strong.
And we've been stuck here at 29-20 here for a little while.
Haskett pulls down the rebound.
That's a charge.
Dutra alone in the lane.
Great call. Charge.
The scoop up and up there, but Van Omering is there. Great position and exactly right. A charge on Foothill.
It looked like they're going to let that go for a minute. That was definitely the right call. Referee all over it.
Caleb Hoffman checks back in. I don't know if they sprayed some of that stuff that they use in soccer on his ankle and get him back out there, but he's out there in no time flat. Full court press by the Rock, and Foothill's able to beat it pretty easily. Bernestro loses the handle for just a second, but gathers it back in. Caleb Hoffman in the lane against Haskett. He'll get fouled. The layup's no good.
So Hoffman shaking off that injury pretty quick. He is one of their leading scorers, and he's been very quiet in this ball game, but he'll head to the line here and try to add to that total. Only has 5 points thus far.
29-20 our score. As Andrew mentioned, we've been stuck there for a while, just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. First free throws off the front and back. Not sure how you do that, but no good. And Hoffman will stay at the line for a second. The Rock fan base mooning player, not literally. Had their backs turned to the shooter, let's say.
He knocks down 1 of 2 and lead back up to 10. And so far, the Rock not able to make up any ground with Johnson out of the ball game.
Jonathan Dutra now from the top. Gets into the lane, kicks out. Haskett breaks down on the dribble. Dutra had 3, passed it up, 1 step inside, shot's a little strong. Ball bounces out of bounds. Foothill basketball. 3:35 remaining. 30-20 our score. Foothills by 10 over the Rock on CIF San Diego.tv. Thanks for joining us. Having a great time. 2 of 10.
2 of 10. And all of them are shaping and looking like they're going to be great games. Travel, good call. They're giving it back to the Rock. But, yeah, all 10 games, you look at the bracket, there's not one that you go, okay, this team's just going to crush them. Every one, you're like, okay, this could go either way. That's what you want.
Bunestro lost track of the ball on the sideline for Foothill, turns it over to the Warriors. Nice pick by Allen. The roll is not there. Dutra gets in the lane. The floater on the right hand goes off the left side. He's fouled as he goes up.
I tell you, the Rock right now is ice cold from the line or from the field. They've been at 20 here for a while. They had decent looks. They just can't get anything to go, and it's just one of those days. Fortunately for them, they're only down 10. There's still plenty of time left.
Keelan Elliott has done a nice job of shooting all year. He's having troubles even getting open for a shot.
He's been quiet. He had a couple good looks in the first half, but you got to credit Foothills defense for staying with him.
Dutra from the foul line. Jump man pose. Got to get your feet a little straighter than that to hope for a chance. Loudon in the corner looking for his 4-3. In and out. Haskett with the rebound for the Warriors. They'll push. Dutra races up. He's got numbers. Will slow it back down wisely. Elliott from the top sets a pick. Dutra works around it. Now Dutra into the lane. Kick back out to Jay. Underneath, stolen away from him. Nice athletic play by Caleb Hoffman for the Knights.
That's great D.
Loses possession on the other end, and Elliott being hand-checked all over the place. I'm sure if they're going to get Hoffman or Loudon on the foul.
Probably not a bad foul, though, if you're Foothills Christian, because it kind of stops the press or the fast break that they had. A low-scoring game, and this has been a very defense-oriented second half.
So you start talking about Coach Leaf being a little bit prophetic as the ball leaves the arena for a second. We talked about in pregame, Coach Leaf talked about if we can play this game in the 40s, we're going to have a real good chance. They're doing a darn good job. 2:16 remaining in the third. Our score 30-20. I'm pretty sure Coach Leaf will take that. As we talked about at halftime, he likes what his kids are doing. He's just got to make sure that they don't give it away, were his exact words.
And not to mention, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but Johnson's been out of the game here since the 5:52 mark, and still, in fact, they've gained a point. They were down up 9 when he left. Now they're up 10.
So Johnson's 14.5 points a game as this 3 ball on the left side is good.
Another 3, and that's big. Are they calling that a 2 or a 3? Oh, there you go, 3.
I think that was 3.
Yeah, 3.
So we're getting back to Johnson, 14.5 points per game, not in the lineup right now. And we already talked about their leader, Mosser, with 28 points a game. He's out with a wrist injury. That's a lot of points, Andrew, to make up. But they're still the Knights are doing a good job of maintaining a nice offensive pace.
It's about
here in the
45
third
points you're missing right there. I mean, you can't easily make up 45, but they're doing that. You know, Hoffman coming in, the sophomore, knocked down a big 3 just a moment, and their defense is the one that's really let them make up for losing those points. Their defense is shutting down the offense where they're not really having to score.
Jay Dutra makes the free throw, brings us to 33-21, minute 46 remaining in the third quarter.
Only the third point in the third quarter for the Rock so far. Make that 4 as he knocks them both down. So 4 points the Rock has scored here with the minute 43 left in the third.
Knights break the press nicely, and they'll settle into a half-court look. Caleb Hoffman at the top on the right side. Van Omering set to check in at the next break. Bunestro gets in the lane, kicks it out loud, and does he have his fourth now? Way long. Jay Dutra grabs the rebound. Of the 10 games this weekend, that might be the easiest rebound ever. Keelan Elliott from the top still can't get a shot. Haskett makes a little room with a nice back step. Misses, but gets his own rebound. Dutra into the lane. Elliott, three-pointer on the way, off the front.
I think he rushed that. He was so excited he actually had an open look. He kind of forced that up. Didn't really shoot it the way he's capable of shooting.
Hoffman for the Knights, right-hander from beyond the arc, no good. Haskett comes away with the rebound.
We're seeing a jump shot bonanza right now of both teams just firing away from deep.
Dutra gets into the lane, and that one, the rim is kind and falls for him. 33-24, nearing 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, just shot clock and game clock are almost identical. And the Foothills, the Knights throw it away, and now the Rock can hold for the final shot as they trail by 9 with 27.4.
Too hot for Adams to handle, as Andrew mentioned. Under 30 seconds to go, 33-24 our score.
Shot clock turned off.
We were talking about the Warriors taking a lot of jumpers, and they've got the size right now. They had Kazar in, and he's still in and running that high post. Haven't seen him get an offensive touch just yet.
Big possession here.
Knights will pick up pressure at half court. Now they'll fall into a 2-3 look, 2-3 zone. Jonathan Dutra at the top, milking some clock. 12 seconds remaining. Crossover dribble, moves right, gets into the lane. Nice little floater, gets around the rim twice and falls in. 4-3, it'll be tough to get a shot off at all. The Knights not able to do so. We in the third quarter. Foothills Christian leads the Rock 33-26 on CIF San Diego.tv. Fourth quarter action coming up.
KBCSports.com and Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week, brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports.
Fourth quarter action coming up here on CIF San Diego TV. We will be with you all weekend. As mentioned, this is game 2 of 10. Our first contest was a Division 5 girls matchup where the Tri-City Christian Eagles claimed the Division 5 title for the girls. They beat the Ocean View Patriots quite soundly, quite honestly.
And a little bit of a shocker.
A little bit of a shocker. That was a rematch of a game earlier in the year.
Yeah, not a shocker that they won, but a shocker the way they won.
Yeah, much closer the first time they played in late January. Back to action here, starting the fourth quarter. The Foothills Knights have themselves a 33-26 lead over the Rock Academy. The Knights will start this final period with the basketball. Caleb Hoffman, who early in the third quarter looked like he jammed an ankle, but may have sat out one offensive possession. Johnson back in off the bench after sitting out the better part of the third quarter. Not shy to get up the first shot, but it was not the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
And he needs to be careful with 4 fouls. He can't play aggressive at all on the defensive side.
The brothers Dutra share backcourt duties for the Rock. Jay wearing 2 at the top. Works off of a screen. Haskett into the lane. Nice stop, pop. Falls off the right side of the lane, the rim. Caleb Hoffman with the rebound. Bounces it off a Rock player. That was Chris Teixeira. And the Knights will keep get the basketball.
Stoppage play there for a moment, and whatever it was.
Got a wet spot now over in the corner of the volleyball court that would be on the Knights' offensive end. Loudon to inbound. Teixeira picks up full court press on Caleb Hoffman. Almost loses the dribble. Breaks the press. Johnson on the right side spins a pass over to the left. Johnson, open look, a more crisp pass, he would have had a shot. Teixeira running all over the place, trying to double Johnson.
Swing.
Loudon.
Oh, talk about a friendly roll.
In and down. 4-3 on the evening. 36-26, inside of 7 minutes remaining. Dutra hits the deck after the errant layup, gets up a little slow, and a little gimpy on the right leg. Play continues.
And now Foothills really not, they're just kind of moving the ball around, letting the offense come to them, knowing they have a 10-point lead.
4 corners offense. Ricky Adams all alone, too short. Johnson knocks the ball back into play. Dutra will run. No numbers here. Smart to pull up, but no. Gets in way under the lane. Puts in the layup, and he'll get a shot at a 3-point play. 36-28 our score, pending a free throw by Jay Dutra. 6:23 remaining.
Yeah, not a smart foul at all there by Ricky Adams. I think at that point you just got to concede the layup. He already had you beat.
Had pretty aggressive play on the offensive end, though. It was 3 on Dutra for the Rock, and he went up strong with the layup and was able to get the friendly roll and the hack.
Wasn't for the Dutras right now, this team would be in trouble because they're really doing everything.
Completes the 3-point play by knocking down the free throw. 3 men in the defensive backcourt for the Rock. Long pass to Johnson. Adams with the 3 ball. This one's short, too. Bunestro tries to save it. Can't do so. The Rock will get the basketball. 6:09 remaining. Foothills would like to obviously get a stop here, and if I'm Coach Mitchell, I'm asking in this timeout, how are we going to get a nice, good look at a three-pointer to bring this one within 6 points? If they can do that, we've got a heck of a ball game. CIF San Diego TV coverage will continue when we come back. 6:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. Foothills leads the Rock 36-29.
Catch the best of San Diego basketball on CIF San Diego.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes, plus check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc right now of the game. We're your home for basketball in San Diego, CIF San Diego.tv. And stay tuned for the CIF San Diego.tv postgame show. We're going to select our player of the game as well as wrap up the action from all the action. And we'll try to have a live interview with that player, and that's coming up following the game here on CIF San Diego.tv.
Welcome back to the Jenny Craig Pavilion. I'm Jason Golden with Andrew Jensen. The Division 5 Boys San Diego CIF final underway here. 6:03 remaining in the fourth quarter, coming out of a timeout called by the Rock Academy. The Warriors find themselves trailing the Foothills Knights 36-29 in a day where the Warriors are having a real tough time finding their range from the floor, and the Knights are anything but. They are hot as lava from the floor today, and their lead shows it.
But with that being said, the Rock only trails by 7 points, and they've been
close.
ice cold, and so a big
Elliott,
shot here.
there's the 3 they wanted.
Oh.
Off the front, Dutra comes down with the rebound. Almost 3 in the key. Elliott again. That one's short. Dutra, another rebound. Will we see it a third time? Keelan Elliott will slow it down. Now Dutra from the top. Gets into the lane. Backwards, falling down. That one's no good.
Right, he was trying to get a foul, and the referee, there's no way the referee was going to bail him out right there and blow the whistle.
Globetrotter style.
There may have been some contact, but the referee's not going to bail a player out for putting up a circus shot, trying to get to the free throw line.
Johnson back in, 4 fouls. Hard lick to Teixeira, but incidental contact. Johnson into the lane, floater right hand. Can't go. Haskett reels it in for the Rock. Dutra into the lane, right-hander, hits the deck. Foul, the layup's no good. Ricky Adams called for the foul, and he's going to get up with a sore left ankle.
And that was a late call, and the official right underneath the basket was going to let that go, and the far side official came trailing in and called it late. It may have been the right call, but I think Coach Leaf is upset is the fact that that's foul number 5, it looks like, on Adams.
Jonathan Dutra trying to shake it off. Looks like he's having troubles with his left ankle, too. He'll get 2 shots. Players asked to mop up a little sweat. That's one of the more entertaining things I've seen in this game.
you guys are young.
We don't need a mop. We have sneakers all over the place. Dutra might have been the beneficiary of that one, trying to shake off the aches and pains of that collision with Adams underneath. Got a couple extra seconds to catch his breath and find a stroke. That couple extra seconds may have helped. First one's true. 36-30, within 6.
Well, let's see here. The Rock has 30 points thus far. All but 7 of them are scored by the Dutras.
Second free throw attempt, no good. Turnover on the floor, bodies fly everywhere. We got a lot of sneakers to clean up all that sweat. And ball bounces out of bounds, and it'll be retained by Foothills. I think Teixeira was the last guy to touch it for the Rock. 5 minutes to go.
Oh.
Ball kicked away wildly. Looks like Jonathan Dutra may be called.
Yeah, that is on Jonathan Dutra. Tough call there.
That was a tough call.
Yeah, it looked like
everybody in the gym thought the same thing.
The referee saw something the rest of us didn't, but you got to take his word for it.
We don't have whistles. And even if we do, we've been asked to leave them at the door. Loudon in the corner. That one's no good. That would have been his 5th.
Well, Foothills has kind of gone cold here in this fourth quarter, and their lead is disintegrating, only down by 6 at this point.
Dutra in the lane. Beautiful move to get in there. Can't get the layup to go. frustrated on his backside, pounds the floor, but they'll retain possession. The Rock looking to whittle this lead away, only down by 6. In the lane, Jonathan Dutra wanted to make it 4, couldn't do it. Caleb Hoffman comes away with the rebound for the Knights. Coach Leaf told us about his starters not being in the game and the press not bothering him if they got back in. I'm not so sure that that's true. The Rock has done a nice job of pressuring every single pass before the Knights get into the offensive end. 4:25 remaining. The Knights take a timeout. So will we. 36-30. The Foothills Christian Knights over the Rock Academy Warriors here on CIF San Diego TV.
Today's game is being brought to you by Susan Cooper Photography, the official photographer for the CIF San Diego section. Susan Cooper Photography provides quality team and action photos and can also provide trophies and fundraising options all in one package. To have them come out to your event, contact Susan Cooper Photography at 619-501-7128 or visit them online at susancooperphotography.com. Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF San Diego.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call, 619-677-3246.
Welcome back live to Jenny Craig Pavilion. For Andrew Jensen, I'm Jason Golden. 4 minutes, 25 seconds remain in the Division 5 Boys CIF San Diego final. The Foothills Christian Knights lead the Rock Academy Warriors 36-30. As we've had really a tale of, obviously basketball is a game of runs. Both teams have gotten hot and cold at exactly opposite times, and it's been the Knights that have come through it with the lead. They had to wait through most of the third quarter with Andre Johnson, their leading scorer right now, on the bench with foul trouble, and he's had a hard time getting back into the offensive rhythm.
Yeah, he's been super quiet here in this second half. All his damage has been done in the first half, and since he got that 4th foul, he's been quiet.
Bunestra from the top for the Knights. Caleb Hoffman on the SD logo. Bailed out. Andre Johnson on the corner, double teamed there. Wild pass back to the middle. Picked off by Jay Dutra. Layup good. 4-point game. 36-32. The Rock draws that much closer.
Foothills, you can tell, is just out of sync at this point.
Coach Leaf is none too pleased. He told his guys, don't lose control of this game. I don't know that they still have it right now.
Another turnover, almost another turnover. And we have
Is that on 23? No, they're going
to call that on the Rock, which I can tell you, if you guys at home could hear the boos and they're not seeing where that foul came from, and Coach Mitchell was kind of in disbelief.
Not often that the man that ends up on the ground gets called for the foul.
As it is, foul on the Rock, and that kind of bails out Foothills. Big shot
Bunestro, three-pointer on the way off the back.
Ice cold.
Rebound Jonathan Dutra. Jay will bring it up for the Warriors.
Only 3 points this quarter.
Haskett works on Johnson. Nice move. Got 4 fouls. He's not going to be able to be that aggressive. Jonathan Dutra from the top. Haskett wants 3. Steps right. Finds it, but it's short. Bunestra in the Knights control. Loudon in the corner. Now back to the top. They'll slow it down. Inside of 3 minutes remaining. Johnson, 2-pointer. Strong again.
Right now, Foothills Christian is just holding on for dear life because they can't buy a bucket. And
Haskett
on
gets
to
into
a
the
4-point
lane.
lead.
Spins it around. No foul. All ball. Caleb Hoffman runs, and he's got numbers. Loses the handle, and Jay Dutra comes away. Passes up to Jonathan. Layup on the way. Johnson called for a foul.
Well, they're going to call that on Johnson, or are they calling that on?
It looked underneath. They'll either get Bunestra or Johnson.
Yeah, they're giving it to.
Thank you very much. A.J. Hoffman called for the foul, and man, did he bail out his buddy Johnson. Dutra from the line to shoot 2. 2:33 remaining. First one's off the front.
And I tell you, I coach high school basketball, and the one thing I stressed is free throws. For this very reason. How many times have you seen games come down to 1 or 2 points? He makes 1 or 2 there, but how big would that extra point be at this moment?
Big time, and the important thing is when you practice them. It's not as soon as you break practice when everybody's fresh. You run them around for about an hour and a half, and then make them head to the line.
Trust me, that's what I do.
Johnson's athletic underhand scoop shot in the lane can't go. Grabs the rebound. Unestra, nice job to back it out. Had a 3 for a second, but passed it up. Teixeira with tight defense. Loudon in the corner. That one blocked by Haskett.
It's a jump ball. I think the arrow is going towards the rock.
Tie up underneath, and that was A.J. Hoffman and I believe Haskett were tied up.
That turned out to be a great ball game.
Man, the Rock looking good here. 2 minutes to go. 3 points, the difference.
And it's their defenses that's been doing it. Causing turnovers and that full court
Haskett
press.
passes up again, gets into the lane, throws up a troubled right-hander. Loudon comes away with the rebound for Foothill. Johnson, some fancy footwork. Johnson into the lane, double teamed.
Nice ball fake.
Wow, what a ball fake by Bunestra. Pounds his chest, and he's happy about it.
And that's the 5th point here for Foothills Christian in the 4th quarter, and that came at the most opportune time for them. They were in dire need of a basket.
5 points the lead for Foothills. 38-33, minute 20 to go here in the game. Easy for me to say. Right-hander no good by Dutra. A.J. Hoffman pulls down the rebound. Contact at three-quarter court. And Coach Leaf and the Foothill Knights will call a timeout with a minute 12 remaining.
And I can guarantee you what he's going to say is, guys, you have a minute 12 left. You're up by 5. You guys control it right now. It's up to you. If you guys don't make mistakes, you're winning this game.
They've controlled at halftime, and they've tried their best to give it away. They've held on to a 5-point lead. 38-33, Foothills over the Rock on CIF San Diego.tv.
Remember, you want to stay tuned for our post-game show. We're going to name a player of the game. We'll try to have a live interview with that player. That's coming up here after the game on CIF San Diego.tv. We've got to start thinking about who our player of the game will be, and, of course, a lot will depend here in the final minute 12. But as of right now,
give me a Dutra.
Yeah, I think it'd have to be Jay Dutra at this point. He has really kind of been the go-to guy. On the other end, I really couldn't tell you. In the first half, it usually would have been Andre Johnson, but in the second half, look at this. The second half, Foothills Christian only has 12 points in the combined in this entire second half.
I actually like the gutty play of the point guard Caleb Hoffman, the 6-foot sophomore for the Knights, keeping his cool as a sophomore and running this offense as well as it can. As we talked about at one point, from the opening day starting lineup, they had 45 points per game missing with Johnson out on the with fouls and Mosser not here today with a broken wrist.
And not only that, you think about it, he's playing with not a messed up, but a bad ankle when he got hurt earlier.
Got it knocked around in
give
the
him
third
credit
quarter.
for that.
Johnson will get into the lane, finds Loudon. He'll wisely pass up the contested shot. Benestro from the top. Dribbles to the top of the key, finds Johnson. He'll get into the lane.
This is big right here.
Loudon, good. 15 on the night, 5 threes.
I think that would be my vote. For
His vote can still be bought, guys.
Yeah.
8-point lead, 43 seconds remaining. The Rock has to do something dramatic here.
Oh.
Haskett hits a big 3 from the top of the key and a timeout for Coach Mitchell.
I spoke too soon,
41-36. As cold as Holden Haskett has been all day long, that three-pointer could not have been more true. We're going to stay right here with 37.2 seconds remaining in this ball game. 41-36 our score. And Andrew, we talked about there was a lot to decide with a minute and a half to go. There's 40 seconds to go, and we've still got quite a bit of things to talk about.
Yeah, I think right now, if you're Foothills Christian, you obviously get your best free throw shooters in the ball game, and you make sure that they get the ball. You don't turn the ball over. That's actually there's 3 things you got to focus on right now, and this is what I would tell my team. Number 1, focus on getting the ball inbounds. You got to get the ball inbounds first. 2, get it across half court. Once you get it across half court, then you can start worrying about your free throw shooter and who gets the ball. But first things first, get the ball inbounds and get it across half court. If you're the Rock, you don't have a whole lot of time to spare. You're down by 5 with 37 seconds left.
I'm pretty sure from my coaching background, which is none, you're going to say, make sure they can't get the ball inbounds. If they get the ball inbounds, don't let them get past half court.
Well,
and 3, make them shoot.
Conventional wisdom would say that. But 2, you really don't have the luxury to try to give it to one of the shooters that you want them to get it to.
True.
You have to kind of foul right away. I would
Time
say go
is not
for the,
on the academy
yeah,
side
exactly.
right
I would
now
say
is
go
what
for
you're
the
getting
steal. Go for the steal at first, but if you don't get the steal, then I think you have to foul, and there we go right there. They're trying to anyway.
Loudon
And they
inbounds
didn't
to
call it.
Johnson. Now Caleb Hoffman. They want Johnson to take the shots. Teixeira does a nice job in the far corner here to get a hand on Caleb Hoffman. 4 fouls later, finally we get a whistle.
And that took 7 seconds off the clock. And they're still not in the bonus, and so this is something to keep an eye on, too. You got to foul one more time and then another one to get to the bonus. So 2 more times to get you in there, and that's going to take at least another 5 seconds or so, if they can, assuming they get it in.
Loudon to inbound again to Johnson. He'll be fouled. Jay Dutra.
So all fouls from here on out will result in free throws for Foothills Christian. And they're clinging on here. They've not had the best of second halves they would like, but they'll take it any way they can get it.
Still 30 seconds remain. Only 7/10 came off the clock.
And
Johnson will get toward half court. As mentioned, the Knights would like to see Johnson shoot the free throws. He gets to half court wherein he's mugged by Teixeira.
And the clock goes down to 27.3. So I think if you're...
So now it's a free throw drill.
If you make 2 here, it makes it a 3-possession game, makes things awfully tough for the Rock. You make 1 out of 2, it's still only a 2-possession game. And anything can have that extra possession is huge at this point. So these free throws are huge.
See if Johnson has his touchback after being fairly cold in the third and fourth quarters here.
He hasn't scored in the second half.
Well, he's taking some time on this one. The first one's good.
Drills the first free throw, his first point in the second half.
All 4 players on the floor for Foothills there to congratulate Mr. Johnson on his first free throw. It's like looking over a 3-foot putt for the win in a tournament, man. The second one's good, and I'm not so sure Johnson knew it off his hand. He was bouncing around like he was hoping. 25 seconds remaining. Haskett from the wing. Dutra three-pointer off the front. Foothills with the rebound, and Johnson fouled with 15 seconds remaining. Haskett with the foul, but I don't know that that's a big concern at this point.
Dutra had a wide-open look at it.
Just couldn't
knock
he
it
did.
down. If
Yep.
you knock that down, you're only down 4, but now down by 7, you're sending Johnson back to the line. 15 seconds remaining, looking awfully tough for the Rock.
2 for 2 so far from the free throw stripe. Johnson is a 65% shooter on the year.
But he is a senior, and you want your seniors at the line in this moment.
By the stats, I would like Nick Loudon on the line at an 85% clip.
This is the front end.
Still life for the Rock. 10 seconds remaining. Haskett has to put it up. Partially blocked. Hoffman comes away with it, and they should be able to run it out. 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, foul with 1 second remaining on the clock. Holden Haskett gets a hold of Caleb Hoffman. Send him to the line. 43-36, Foothills over the Rock.
So who would you take for player of the game, Hoffman or Loudon? I think Loudon hit that huge 3 that changed the momentum.
That was a big dagger right there. I like Loudon for the player of the game, but as Caleb Hoffman hits the first here, get who you can. Either way, both of those guys are very deserving.
Yeah, exactly.
As Hoffman misses the second here, and that will do it. The CIF San Diego Division 5 champions for 2012, the Foothills Christian Knights, with a 44-36 win over the Rock Academy Warriors on CIF San Diego TV. For Andrew Jensen, I'm Jason Golden. We'll have a player of the game interview for you coming up next on the postgame show. Please stay tuned on CIF San Diego.tv.
4th and 10 from the 41-yard line for St. Augustine. Kennedy dropping back to pass. Looking left, firing, incomplete, intended for Noland. No penalty flags on the field. Mar Vista will take over on downs, and Jordan Lertique will take that knee. And the Mar Vista Mariners knock off the number 2 seeded St. Augustine Saints at Mesa College in a dominating performance on both sides of the football for Mar Vista. They trailed 14-0 and came back.
Again, down 2-0, facing adversity, and they've really just turned the table around since game number 3. Set an attack, great block made back inside the Maverick zone. A chance there by Bosback back inside the Maverick zone. Ball attacked there by Bosback, a second opportunity by Bosback. Lift violation call. Winner. It's an over the net call. Oh my goodness. Bosback reached over on the attack. A Maverick error wraps up the title for the Presentation Panthers. A 15-9 victory in game number 5, and they wrap it up coming back from 2-0 down match-wise and take it 3 games to 2.
36-35 and driving, and oh baby! Shrigley with the jam, and it was with emphasis. And it's the foul, and listen to these fans.
Do you know who's standing up right behind us? Tony Bland, who is the head recruiter for San Diego State. I think he's drooling. Somebody get that man a napkin.
Quick score on this drive. There goes a handoff to Zeller, trying to go straight ahead, but he is met by Wool. Now he breaks out to the outside, gets across the 30, 35, on the right, 40, midfield. He's running down the sidelines. He's going to go all the way as he's at the 10, 5, touchdown. Patrick Zeller he stood up at the line of scrimmage and broke out to his left to the far sidelines, and he was in a foot race, and he went all the way for the touchdown, broke a tackle, and made it nice and showed his speed as he got outside for the touchdown.
Back in the backfield to the left is Campbell. Hernandez takes the snap, play action to Campbell. Looks down the field. Now here comes the pressure. He's going to be hit. He breaks the tackle, rolls left. Now he's going to cut upfield. He's going to break another tackle, and then another tackle down the sideline. Gets a block inside the 5. What a touchdown! Hernandez goes 33 yards in spectacular fashion, breaking 4 tackles along the way, including 2 in the backfield, and Hilltop has tied this one up at 29.
And reasonably so. He's been doing a good job of leading this offense. Looking for his first touchdown pass of the season for Ray Hudson. And Ray Hudson gets both feet inside the end zone. Touchdown, Foothills.
Like you said earlier, 6'2" body frame, and can probably, what we just saw there was getting Randy Moss, was what we call getting Moss. Clearly just leaped over the defender there, landed both feet in bounds.
Grant with a big, strong defensive rebound. He brings it back down the floor again, and another slam dunk. Jeremy Grant can run the point, and he can fly. Huge dunk, 2 big dunks in the last minute.
Bullard trying to close it out. Deep ball, up in the air, Cram. Bringing it back, Arbizo. Cram over in 3, free opportunity. Look for Rodabaugh, no, pass middle, Weimer! Ball game. 25-19. Foothill wins it 3 games to 1.
Because this kid has definitely proven that he can make things happen here in this ball game.
They will go with him. Bula Graft on a stretch run, just breaking tackles. The little man is in the clear to Tory territory. The 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Knights. What a run, the freshman, Bula Graft.
Ooh, I tell you what. There were at least 3 times on that run that he should have gone down or he should have been wrapped up. Missed tackles there cost La Jolla Country Day as Bula Graft, the freshman running back for Bishops, is able to take it in. And that was a determined run there, Andy, by.
So 1st and 10. Brandon Lewis in the shotgun. Has time to throw. And he'll fire, and he has a man diving catch. Did he hold on to it? He did. What a catch from Kendall Keys. And that may be the KBC Sports Player of the Week.
What a catch he laid himself out there, and a great throw, as you said. Read it nicely, did Lewis, and really caught his receiver on the go, and just kind of put it out there right on the outstretch of his fingertips. He laid out, and he made it.
He might be called upon to make a crucial kick. 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain on the receiver screen. And Paulson fires across the right seam for Jack Finney, who makes a catch. Stiffs arms the defender at the 50 and is finally brought down at the Amador Valley 45-yard line. Flags flying late on the play. For it. 4th and 3. They figure 3 is easier to get than the field goal at this point. And it's Paulson looking for Finney. Right seam, touchdown. Jack Finney makes the catch, bounces off a defender. A 23-yard pass and catch from Paulson to Finney, and the Foothill Falcons are back out in front.
They certainly are. Finney lining up a tight end. I had a feeling that Paulson was going to look right side there as Chase Miller was lined up, receiver far side, but instead it was Finney straight to the post, and Paulson picks him out in stride again. The third catch on the drive for Finney.
Going to give it to Tyree on an exchange against the zone, do a little three-man weave. This is Tyrell back with it. Tyrell's going to go lob back door. Tyree Robinson with a flush.
Now that was nice. Very nice design play.
Uwaba back there. Bogart takes a snap. He's going to run the play. He's going to throw. He's got a man open at the 10. It's underthrown. It's incomplete. No, or is it caught? It is a catch. Wow, juggling catch inside the 5-yard line. Moliga. Was that Moliga pulling that one in? It is Moliga. Boy, that ball was deflected by one of the Falcons, and then Moliga, he lands on the ground and pulls it in. What a catch.
Set up with 3 men in the backfield, back to the wing. This time inside counter to Telefaro. No, they're going to throw this one. He's got a man open. And what a catch! What a grab by tight end Joe Gigantino. He must have bobbled that ball 4 times in the air, and he was actually tipped by the defender and had the presence of mind to keep his concentration and make the grab. Unbelievable catch. And the ball at the 29-yard line of the Eagles, and you can see the defense, they're still bewildered. How did he come up with that grab?
Unfazed, even with 2 defenders around him and 4 big. That's so unconventional for a guy to handle the ball so well. January with a one-hand jam.
He was not going to be denied there. Coming over was Milmo.
Bradshaw Christian's going to bring the starting unit out on the field one more time just to take a knee.
4th and 10 from the 41-yard line for St. Augustine. Kennedy dropping back to pass. Looking left.
Welcome back live to the Jenny Craig Pavilion. I'm Jason Golden with Nick Loudon, number 12 for the Foothills Christian Knights, celebrating their Division 5 championship. 15 points on the night, all from the three-point range. You got to tell me about the last 3 that you hit in the fourth quarter. It was a game sealer. What did you see, and how did it feel off your hand?
It was just a big play that we needed. We were trying to drain time off the clock, and Andre got wide open in the lane, just saw me in the corner, and I just pulled the trigger.
You talked about Andre Johnson. Had to sit out some time in the second half there with the 4 fouls. Looked like the offense may have slowed down just a bit, but you guys were able to hold through. A couple of timeouts there late. What did Coach Leaf have to say to keep your guys' confidence up as maybe those points started, maybe the game started to get a little closer than you'd like?
Well, he just tried to keep us focused, keep us going in the game, keep our defense strong, which was the key for us. The offense was really just had to flow out of us. We didn't really have any game plan for that. It was just defense, defense, defense for us.
So Nick Loudon's our player of the game. So not only did Johnson sit out some time in the third quarter, you guys came into this game and in the last couple of games a little shorthanded. Your leader, 28 points a game. Mosser not on the floor, broken wrist in some nice street clothes, might I add. What's it mean to get a win when you guys know that he's a part of this team, but you guys did it not really without him, but he wasn't on the floor tonight. What did it mean to be able to do that?
When we lost Dalton, it was a big blow. I mean, leading scorer in San Diego. I mean, he's obviously a great basketball player, but just this win is just amazing for the whole team, amazing for the whole school just to get another win, and it was a good day.
Another win. You're a sophomore. We hope to see you back next year. Nick, thanks so much for the time. Enjoy that title. I do always have one last question. How do you celebrate tonight?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never been in this situation.
We'll figure it out, and we'd love to hear some other time. Nick, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you
We'll be back next on CIF San Diego.tv.